You're listening to the Manifesting Miracles podcast. By tuning in today, you're dialing into your frequency of abundance. I'm Michelle J. Lamont, your manifestation master and guide. Ever since 2016, I've been obsessively dedicating my life to uncovering, dissecting, and analyzing every aspect of the practices and modalities in which we call manifestation. You see, you are truly more powerful than you can even imagine and fully capable of manifesting miracles on the daily. I'm going to teach you how to attract a life beyond your wildest dreams using your own divine power. So let's get started manifesting your miracles right now. Have you ever looked at a picture of yourself from before and think, I can't believe I survived? That's me this week. I found an old photo 2 weeks before I tried to unalive myself. And then I compared it to my new driver's license. And I gotta be honest, I've been aging backwards. Not because of creams, not because of filters, but because I started choosing me every single day. In 2016, after the surviving of episode 2, I awakened. I stopped drinking. I stopped watching any kind of porn. I even stopped eating meat. I went back to school for the second time, this time getting educated and studying the brain, science, quantum energy, metaphysics. I started speaking softer to myself. I started waking up and not rushing to prove something. One thing I kept asking myself was, what would it look like if I truly lived a life that mattered? And if you're here, hearing this, I assure you, it is not by accident. You weren't broken. You were the seed. The dirt they threw on you, that was the beginning. That wasn't your grave, babe. That was your motherfucking garden. Yeah, they tried to bury you, but they didn't know you were the seed, boo. And the seeds don't die in the dark, do they? What do? They fucking root, they grow, and they rise. That's what they do in the dark, and that's what you're going to do too. So let's begin, right? Let's talk about being uncelebrated. Let's talk about what it means to grow up where Mother's Day or Father's Day never felt like something to celebrate. You walk through the stores, you see the cards, the flowers, the gifts, and something inside of you goes quiet. Why? Because it's a reminder. A reminder of the absence of what never was, but of what should have been. I gotta tell you something. I've never celebrated Mother's Day. Never. I'm sure I did celebrate Mother's Day with my mom, but I can't recall it. I have never celebrated Father's Day with my dad. I've had 5 pregnancies and never had a Mother's Day that was for me. Not once. Not because I didn't want it. Not because I didn't deserve it. 5 pregnancies, 5 losses, a C-section scar with no baby to swaddle, empty arms, heavy heart. But still, truthfully, I mother. I mother my clients. I mother my dog. I mother my beautiful nieces, my community, my nephews. And one year, there was this woman I knew. They couldn't really celebrate Mother's Day. So, of course, I want to be Captain Save-A-Ho. And I hosted a Mother's Day brunch for them. Not for me. For their family, their celebration. I ordered all my whole foods because y'all know I can't cook. The 2 times I've really tried, I set 2 different kitchens on fire. And yeah, I stick to sandwiches and salads. But I decorated the house. I cleaned up. And at the end of the day, they hugged each other. They laughed. They gave gifts. I stood in the kitchen, dish towel in hand. Not really one word said to me. Not even a thank you. Not even like, you're a mom to me vibes. I gotta tell you, I went home. I sat on the floor next to my bed. And I wailed so quietly that even the walls didn't hear me. That's the kind of grief that no one prepares you for. The grief of not being acknowledged while carrying so much. Even as a little girl, Mother's Day was grief. My mom died when I was 10, and 3 months later, my dad kept my brothers and gave me away. No goodbye, no comfort. Just gone. Gone, girl, gone. I ended up in a group home, and I learned very quickly love was conditional. And apparently, I didn't meet the conditions. Yesterday, Haley, my sweet, brilliant niece, sent me the most charming video showing me things I had taught her. She went to ChatGPT to make her mom a Mother's Day box. I broke. Not from jealousy. No. I was so proud of her. But from the... it was really just like this wound that just hasn't fully closed. So I want to ask you, have you ever felt like everyone else gets chosen but you? Like you're always giving, always showing up, and still somehow just fucking invisible? I wanted to write this so you wouldn't feel alone, because you're not alone. Here's the truth. The ones who weren't celebrated were always the source. We give because we know the ache of the absence. We love because we remember what it felt like to be forgotten. And just like me, we create safety because we never had it. You weren't broken. You were blessed with vision. And in case I haven't made this abundantly clear, you are the blueprint. You know, I was sitting there like trying to journal and express all of this so I could turn it into a podcast. And I thought to myself, what if I could text my younger self? What would be the one thing that she needed to hear? All right. Whew. So let me tell you about something else that happened. This week I went to the DMV. Just a simple thing, updating my address. I had no freaking clue that they were going to have to take a whole new picture and it was going to be a whole new situation. So the woman tells me like, hey, we have to take your picture. Do you want to put your hair down? I was like a hot mess, sweaty Florida, 4:00 in the afternoon, been at the beach, been cleaning the house. I was like, excuse me, really? Really, we got to take a picture? She was like, yeah, you have to go over there, stand against the wall. You'll see the flashing light. Just keep smiling until I say clear. She and I had joked around for a minute. I did it. She goes, wait, do it again. Your eyes were closed. So I was like, okay, Michelle. Really concentrate. Keep your eyes open. I was tired. I was really tired. And then I went and sat down. And as I did, the woman looked up. Her name was Bridget, beautiful soul. The woman looked up my old ID from 2021. And the one that she was holding in my hand was the one from 2021, but it was up on her computer. And then she printed out my new one. And she like leans all the way up against the plexiglass. And she goes, girl, what kind of voodoo are you doing? How do you look younger in 2025 than when you got this license taken in 2021? Y'all, we laughed so hard. Like, we laughed, but I knew the truth. It wasn't voodoo. It was vibration. So I want to talk about what healing does to your face. When we're in survival mode, your body is drenched, soaking in cortisol. And what is that? The stress hormone. It inflames your entire system. Your nerves, your organs, your body, everything. It wrecks your digestion. It steals your sleep. And most importantly, it completely annihilates your spirit. It's like it tells your body, we're not safe, we're not safe, we're not safe all the time. And your face reflects that, the tension, the puffiness, the dull skin. But when you start to choose yourself, when you regulate your nervous system, you stop self-sabotaging and you come back into your body. And the one thing I hear all the time is you just literally glow from the inside out. Literally. Why is that? Well, serotonin. Your serotonin just completely takes over and the oxytocin just floods the system. And all of that nervousness, that inflammation, all of it, that survival mode of cortisol, it just reduces into nothing. I mean, it's still there, but it's not prevalent. And just like I did, your body finally just exhales. Remember, there was an old movie like Waiting to Exhale? And your energy begins to shine and radiate through your skin, through your words, through your actions, and through your money. It's not skincare. It's literal soul care. And your face, your eyes, your smile, they can only speak the truth. The old photo of me said, oh, I'm trying so hard to survive, but I don't think I can. My new ID, it says this bitch is sovereign. Legit, okay? So can I ask you something? Can you picture yourself right now, just as you are, standing in front of the younger version of you? Maybe she's 4, maybe they're 8, maybe they're 15, Maybe they're 25 and tired of being disappointed. What would they say if they saw you now? Would they whisper, "You made it"? Would they run up to you and hug you? Or would they fall into your arms crying and saying, "I'm so glad that you haven't given up on us"? Now flip it. What do you want to say to them right now? Because they are still inside of you and they are listening. And by the way, by listening to this podcast and wanting to be awakened and not toxic, you're healing for both of them. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see the photos, the 2016, 2 weeks before I attempted to unalive myself, the 2021 Florida ID, my current ID, and a photo I took of myself on the beach today without a filter. You can actually see me aging backwards, reclaiming my energy, putting back everything that was stolen from me and that I gave away, and that I'm still healing from. And what you see really is me back to joy, back to happiness, back to love, back to peace, and yes, my freedom. The freedom that doesn't feel left out of celebrations. The freedom that doesn't require a parade or a card, or a freedom that allows me to live a life that I celebrate me every single day. Trust me, this isn't positive thinking. It's your vagus nerve getting back to being regulated and your quantum field of energy shifting into alignment. Biology backs everything to bring you the new rebirth. So let me tell you something I really haven't shared with anyone. The day I hit a really high number of downloads, over 500,000, I was sitting on the floor of someone else's house. I didn't even have my own space. I was in between everything, surrounded by boxes, sitting on a thin blanket next to my dogs. I looked at them crying and said, "Look at that. I'm supposed to do this. No, we don't have our house yet, but I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep serving. I'm going to keep healing, and I'm going to keep helping this world." And then literally, like it always plays out, the very next day I got a message from this woman in Australia, and she was like, "Your podcast kept me alive during my postpartum depression. My husband and I want to thank you." I was like, wow, that was fast. So you might be thinking, okay, that was just a coincidence. Nah, it's manifestation in full action. That was my personal little celebration. I jumped up and down. I cheered. I was like, yes, 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 yes. And I got to tell you something. To date, 14 different families have messaged me to tell me how their child, their friend, or their person is still alive because of the words and the work that I do here. Because I bear it all and I teach you how to celebrate the victories nobody sees or will ever know about. You're celebrated, babe. You're celebrated in the energy. You're celebrated in all the higher vibrational souls watching you turn this toxicity into your everything. You are celebrated. Trust me. You are worthy of love. And baby, you are enough. That's what happens when you stop whispering and start declaring. I want to share what I wrote in my journal. Okay. This is my life. I am the creator. I am the cause. I am no longer afraid of being seen. What did that really say to me? It says to all of us, you're allowed to want the stage. You're allowed to want the spotlight, not for the validation, but to be the proof that healing does manifest miracles. I want to remind you that radiance isn't inherited, it's activated. And I activated mine the day I stopped waiting to be rescued. During all of this, and you've heard me talk about him before, one of my best friends, Taylor, sent me a voice message, having no idea the day I was having, right? Because, again, there are no coincidences. And what did he say? Michelle, I just listened to your podcast. Do you have any idea how many lives you're saving? He told me I was changing stories. He said that I was the reason people got out of bed. He said, you deserve a manifest fest. You deserve a stage. You deserve thousands cheering you on because you're the one who turned your pain into a movement. I was balled up on the couch. I leaped off the couch, pumped my hands into the air, and I said, through the tears, yes. Because I'm still the little girl who wonders if she matters. But I'm also the woman who made herself matter. I wasn't born radiant. I became radiant. And I started choosing to create my life. And you can too. I don't care if you're in your car right now, if you're living in your car right now, if you're laying in bed, if you're crying on the bathroom floor, if you're watching everyone else get the things that you've always wanted and prayed for and want to manifest. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're becoming. Baby, you're the miracle. You know, I have a nervous laugh, okay? So as I get into the end of this, I want to tell you that there's nothing more sacred than being seen. And that's one of the reasons that I created my community, the Secret Society of Manifestors. Not for the numbers or the status, but for the soul. Because I know how many of us are walking around invisibly radiant, silently powerful, and just completely feel unseen. The thing that you have to remember is you don't need another checklist. We need mirrors. We need spaces where our blooming is being witnessed by everybody around us. You don't need to fix yourself. You need to find yourself. I believe that's what I created with this community, SSOM. Come in. You can always sit with us. So before we go, I want you to close your eyes, unless you're driving. Okay? Stop what you're doing. Put the laundry down. Put the dishes down. And breathe with me for a second. 4 counts in. Hold. And release. Do it again. Hold her. Hold them. And as you exhale every version of you that had to go silent just to stay safe. Breathe in the you that's blooming in the dark. Exhale the lie that says it's too late. I'm not enough. It'll never be me. That's the lie. That's the false. That's the 3D. Now I want you to repeat after me. Not the version that's in the dark, but the version you haven't met yet. The one you're becoming. I am the one they forgot would rise. I am the seed that turned into a garden. I am the love I was waiting for. Again. I am the one they forgot would rise. I am the seed that turned into the garden. I am the love I was waiting for. Yeah? You're not behind. You're not broken. You aren't late. You aren't unworthy. You're the motherfucking seed. And every storm, every rejection, every scar, water, sunlight, soil, you are blooming, babe. So if this is your first time listening to the show, or maybe you've been a long time listener, it doesn't matter. We close with the neuroscience intention to create a vibrational vortex between you and I that will allow you to elevate your frequency to a level. And I want you to repeat this mantra all the time, at least 100 times a day if you're in the dark. For myself, sometimes I would do it 200, 300 times a day, writing it over and over and over again. I had no idea one day it would become the way that people remember me, my closing. Just came to me and I started doing it and I never stopped. And in 3, 2, 1. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Us, us, us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything, everything, everything. Woo! Oh my God, we made it, 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 we made it. This was one of the hard ones, y'all. But we made it. We made it. We made it. And you did it. You did it with me. You have some steps. You have some tools. And you are seen and you are blooming and you are growing and you are everything. You are everything. And everything is working out for you. Everything, everything, everything. Go listen to another podcast. Listen to this one over and over again. Please send it to people that need it. Please raise the vibration of this culture and this community and this planet with this frequency. Whether I'm here in the alive and a human being still, or I've been dead and buried for a long time and now I'm just a voice in the ether. It doesn't matter. Please share it. So until next time, I'm your faithful partner in crime, Michelle Juanita Lamont, and I believe in your miracle. Now go believe in it too. You're not done. Baby, you're just getting started. I cannot wait to see you on Zoom. I cannot wait to see you bloom. I cannot wait to hear your story. You are loved, you are known, and you are needed. Okay, I did it. Okay, producers, cue that motherfucker music. Transcode, light code. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved, you are known, you are known, you are known. 10K, 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 unlimited abundance, unlimited abundance, unlimited abundance. You are divine. You are blessed. You are loved. Thanks for listening to this episode of Manifesting Miracles. Now it's time for you to take action. I invite you to hang out with me just a little bit more by signing up for my newsletter. You'll get instant exclusive access to the practices that will chart your own path to abundance and yes, spark that highest version of you. Head to the show notes right now so you don't miss a thing. Now listen, I fucking believe in you. And it's now time for you to win, win, win! Yes! Yes!